check if it's okay. I'm supposed to be taken care of. I'm a princess.
Yes, you're a princess. I don't think anybody has any doubt about that. That you are princessa.
Oh, your guests are coming.
Welcome.
Oh, they've come?
No, I just remember that you're going to leave.
Thankfully, it's just 15 minutes after the show. Good morning, everyone on YouTube. Smooth 98.1, love music, love life. Thank you very much for staying tuned. It's the Locker Room 981. This is our sports show, and we talk about all things in the sporting world. If you didn't like sports, I bet you listen to us for one edition and you'd be hooked. Line and sinker. All right, of course, joining me this morning is Tega, the one and only Supreme. Tega no Jaife.
Thank you. You're far too kind. Good morning, Ayo.
All right.
How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I hope nobody's on your salary because we are starting with salary talk today. They haven't paid bonus, they haven't paid allowance, some people need 3 repeats. We are starting with that talk. So hope nobody's owing you any salary and hope you have a great week. Because it's hard in this economy without salary.
Yes, with salary it's already hard for some people. So imagine without. So that's why I understand why some people are feeling that way. But if you'd like to join the conversation, you know how to do so. A YouTube channel, youtube.com, search for Smooth 981 FM Lagos. And then you can find us on WhatsApp. WhatsApp is 0809 444 0981. We're going to be going straight into our stories for today. There was something that was on my mind. I just thought about it. I can't remember now. I was going to say, Tega, if you ever thought about going into sports, right? Do you know what sports I think you should take on?
Which one?
Boxing. Ask me why.
Why?
Because you are, there's no other sports that they love self-praise and accolades like you. So you can go that.
I cannot try it. I'm too lazy.
But the only thing is that you would defend yourself. That's the only justification for your.
No, I'm too lazy for that. Yesterday. I was watching Ifa Jaguar's bout because I had time. Ifa Jaguar's bout and Deontay Wilder's the Wilder Fury fight.
Yeah.
I said,
can't do this.
This is not for the righteous. Is all I can say. What manner of pounding this? Just so that they can show that they have stamina. No spirit of sportsmanship. That 7th round there. Sorry, that 9th round at least is when Deontay Wilder should have just gone now.
Yeah.
Just fall down and let them stretch you out. No need for them to break your eardrum.
No, I can't. You know my stance.
You know he broke his hand in that thing.
Of course, they would.
So they're not talking about his injuries after the ones that they allowed them to release. They said it was the wrists, one finger, eardrum, eye, lip. That's the one they told us. So we don't want to know whether they just shifted on that. We didn't know. It was just horrible.
So they'll fix themselves up and go for another match.
Yes.
All right.
And their pretty wives were watching.
Please, I don't want boxing for you.
I said, Mel Genetic Alpha Braca Delta State, Nigeria. You go and farm. It cannot be me.
All right, so let's talk about basketball. The Tigress players have threatened to boycott the 2022 FIBA Women's World Cup qualifiers if the Nigeria Basketball Federation continues to treat them poorly. In a video posted on the team's official Instagram on Tuesday, the players accused... official Instagram?
Yes, sir.
They accused chairman of the
yesterday.
NBBF, Musa Ahmadu Kida, of neglecting the team during the Tokyo 2020 Olympics and the 2021 Afrobasket, which they won. The team also accused the Ministry of Youth and Sports Development and the NWBF of withholding their bonuses and allowances totaling $197,118, which included the $100,000 donated to them just before the Olympics.
Yes, so remember that morning we announced that was coming to them. They said they have not collected their own, and they said they've been owed bonuses and allowances. And this is so tricky for these girls because sometimes they come, and after they come, then they'll get settled. So they don't even know how this thing is really going to work, and this thing has spread across board from basketball, from football to basketball, to coaching salary to players allowances. It's just getting too much. And the video came out yesterday. Was all of them on the video, which is why the story is number one, which is why I was asking people, hope they're not on you this week. The video was circulating around social media, and these girls are maybe Nigerian girls, but they are foreign based.
Yeah.
So you can imagine people that be mocking Chini now And Neka Ogumike saying, "This is in Nigeria, you want to go and play for?"
That's such a shame.
It's just, it's
Wow.
such a, you don't need that drama.
Mhm.
Okay, so their grievances, I do understand. The one I understood also that they wanted acknowledgement. That they won, that they did the three pits. They won the championship, 2017. They defended it 2019. They defended it again 2021. It's historic. It's not been done. So why are you not celebrating these girls? I thought when I was, I mean, because I have some people that I talk to behind the scenes, and I said, what's most important about this thing right now is it's not everything that will come down to money. Some brands are even struggling; they will not bring the money immediately. Fine, but what we have to do, because again, brands don't put money on imaginary people. So what we should do is maybe, do some publicity tour for them, like a media tour, let people
Yeah.
get to know them. Maybe they'll go around, from place to after the three pits with the trophy, and just celebrate and with Nigerians. Let Nigerians get to feel, basketball in totality. All these plans were in the works. Ashe, the tournament was over, everybody went back to their humble abode. We didn't see anybody. What happened? And that's because there's a discord between the players and the administration, and it's something that they should have sorted out, and something that they should work out. Because again, I would say this about the man that is in charge right now of basketball. He worked in the private sector. In fact, he was general manager of one of the largest oil and gas servicing company.
So
Yes.
it's not for lack of management skills.
Yes. So he should I mention the name? Okay,
Please mention his
they
name.
didn't pay us money.
No, but we will just go.
No, not
of
the
no,
of the
no, no,
company.
no, no,
We
no.
can't mention the name. But that one is halftime. So when we go off air, you two people, that's when we'll tell you. But he was the GM. So you can imagine of that international company. And then I've spoken with him before. He sounds, learned, exposed. He looks like he's going to do things properly. Of course, if you try to do things properly, there'll still be the Nigerian factor when it comes to the administration that'll make it wonky. We understand that. But to get to this state, to deteriorate to this state that the girls now have to make videos that are going around social media, it doesn't help. It doesn't. For me, I don't know where it failed. I've often said it. If there's something that's up with the team, don't overlook it, don't ignore it, don't disregard it, just confront it. The things you confront, you can deal with and overcome. The things you run away from, they will wait for you in front, and they will come up again on a day you don't expect. So this is something that they need to resolve immediately.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Tega. We have that Kyrie Irving, Brooklyn Nets won't select player until he's eligible. Oh, this one is big news too. Brooklyn Nets say point guard Kyrie Irving will not play for the team until he's eligible to become a full participant under New York City COVID-19 vaccine rules. Irving is unvaccinated, but regulations state all athletes who play or practice in the city have to be vaccinated. Marks said, we respect his individual right to choose. Currently, the choice restricts his ability to be a full-time member of the team, and we will not permit any member of our team to participate with part-time availability.
Yes. So and here's the problem. So you have 82 games per season. Is it 82 now? Yeah, per season. Um, and he's not going to be able to play all the home games. All the home games. Now the Brooklyn Nets, I think that they put money into to go and win the championship. This is a team that bought Kevin Durant, James Harden. They brought in Steve Nash as coach. They have Kyrie Irving. They said, you guys, we are building this strong team so that you go out and win the championship. Now, during the championship, like the series last year, Ivan picked up an injury. Harden had an injury, and Kevin Durant alone had to carry that team on his back, and they lost by just one Kevin Durant's toe on the wrong line. And it was now a 2-point play instead of a 3-point play, and then they had to play extra, and that's how they got knocked out of the tournament. But they were this close, and so this is the season that everybody says is the season. And Harden is pumped up, his feet, you're pumped up, your feet, and now this happens because they're playing indoors. Because they're playing indoors. They're not saying everybody should get vaccinated, but if you're going to participate in indoor tournaments, for the protection and safety of everyone, you have to get at least one shot of vaccination. I know how many tournaments I can't go for because I know and even some people saying it has to be vaccination approved by our country. The shakara self is too much. And then I want to spend my money to buy tickets. This one, you are playing for the money. They paid millions of dollars for you in many things, and now you don't want to take this vaccination. I knew he was going to be one of the players that would bring
Why?
problem. Oh, Kyrie Irving that
Yeah.
said the earth was flat. You know now, this kind of food I like to dabble like they know science. I knew he was going to be one of those people that would be looking for exemption. He will tell you that now there's magnet in the something, so when he's working it will magnet him to iron. But
Do you think he would give up his basketball career for this?
he could. Kyrie Irving is that kind of guy. He's that kind of guy. He's that kind of guy that determined that, you know what, I've made enough money, I'm not playing again. He's that kind of guy. So where the Brooklyn
Wow.
Nets are stuck with now, he can't play any home games, and because he can't play any home games, there are even some places he can't travel to. Like, you know that if you went to Toronto and you're unvaccinated, you still isolate for 10 days. Now you understand how basketball players play their games.
Yeah.
They play, sometimes they play 2-3 games in a week.
Yeah.
So you're not even spending 4 nights in a city.
Yeah.
Then they'll now lock you up they'll now quarantine you for 10 days. So there's still some places outside of Brooklyn, the Brooklyn home games that he will still not be able to play, and he's supposed to be the key component of that team, and they're paying him millions of dollars. And the problem now is that they can't trade him because nobody wants to buy a player that cannot play indoor. So you cannot play at home games, and
So
it costs a lot of baby food.
Would it affect his contract, his current contract today?
Oh yes, it will. It will affect, because it's this way they sign the NBA contract, and appearance or number of days played, or how you are fit, your consistency in rotation is also going to count. But like I said, Kyrie Irving is that kind of guy that can say, I'm not doing it again.
Yeah.
And then he leaves you one guy short.
That would be interesting.
So I want to see how this will turn out, because
Who's going
right
to
now
win?
it's a standoff between himself and the team, and they are not telling us the entire story of I want to be a fly on the wall, because there are fights going on in the background that we will not hear. So we wait to see how this pans out.
All right, thank you very much. Women's top seeds fall in India and Wales. The WTA side of the draw, unseeded Shelby Rogers upset US Open runner-up Leila Fernandez in a marathon 3-setter on a day when more seeds stumbled out.
Yes, so really huge one in India and Wales this week. Oh God, Leila Fernandez, she plays one of the most beautiful tennis I've ever seen. Oh, beautiful. I was up watching her. But she needs to clean up her game. Now, because she's the aggressor, most in general, if you're an aggressive player or a player that's attack-minded, you're going to make mistakes because you're throwing in a little bit of variety. But I think what she needs to do is, during her practice sessions, she needs to be able to hit those lines not looking. So I remember one time Marion Bartoli was talking to us about the training that her father used to give her. Marion Bartoli, she won one Grand Slam title, one. And she was telling us how she won that one Grand Slam title before she retired. She told us, she said her father used to put small boxes in one spot. He would say, when they finish all the practice sessions, trying to hit her backhand, work on her court movement, when they finish, she said she must hit that small box 10 times before they leave the court. And she said it used to upset her because he's not putting it in normal places, He puts in the deuce court, he'll put somewhere here, just close to the line, just hit those spots. There's one he used to put in the middle of the service line. You must hit it. He hit it 10 times before we leave the court. It used to be so frustrating because she must hit it 10 times. And sometimes she'll be frustrated and she'll ask him, why is he's just punishing her? I was in the finals of this tournament last week. Why are you punishing me? And he said to her, one day you'll be playing a big match and you will hit this spot and you remember why I've been telling you to hit this spot. Turns out that for her to win her title, that she had a shot that turned the title around. And what happened? She looked at where the opponent was standing, and she looked at where her father used to tell her, one of the spots her father used to tell her to hit, and she hit the ball right there. She said she just imagined the small piece of square right there, and she hit the ball right there. The opponent couldn't hit it back, and that was the turn of how she went on to win that champion, the only Grand Slam she has. And so I think that's what Leila Fernandez, that's what Leila Fernandez needs. I think when she finishes her practice session, because she is good and she has weapons for days. She's a tiny woman. She hits powerful shots. She hits big serves. What she needs to do is make it a little more accurate and precise. And that's what she needs to do. Just when she's done, just have those spots. Hit the lines. Try to hit it cleanly. and she will beat everybody any day of the week and twice on
Twice on
Sunday.
Sunday.
Shelby Rogers actually survived this one. She even said it herself. Said, I feel that it was going to come down to who was going to be able to make most of the points, and I feel I was lucky today because she plays brilliantly. That's Leila Fernandez is that good, but she was not the only big name to tumble out on the day. Well, so far, Svitolina is out. That's another big name that was knocked out. Caroline Pliskova, who is ranked number 1 in this tournament, was knocked out. Bianca Andreescu was also knocked out. She's the defending champion of this tournament. She was knocked out. And then Iga Swiatek, my new favorite girl too, was also knocked out. She was ranked number 2 in this tournament. So yes, the big seats are falling out for the women. For the men, though, it was an interesting one last night to see Zverev and Andy Murray. But of course, Sasha Zverev was going to win in 2021. I mean, 2016, 2015, when they met, you knew it was Andy Murray that was at the top of his game. He was winning. But by the time they started the play yesterday, I knew Sasha was going to win. But the question was, how well was he going to win? But Andy made him work for it. But he won in the end.
He won in the end. All right, let's go on a break. When we come back, we have some more sporting stories. Super Bowl. We have this. It's not even about the Super Bowl. It's about the World Cup. We're back again to that.
Yes, so we are going to open the phone lines for that World Cup discussion.
Nice one. All right, so let's go on a break. Don't forget, we have some halftime gist for you. So head on to YouTube, quick, and let's talk.
This is going to
Idea.
So what happened?
So the guy is he used to be GM of Total.
Oh really? What's his name? Musa Kida. Oh
yes.
So what happened? But why would you leave Total to go and work in ministry?
No, he has finished now. They said age you reach.
Okay.
I said he was GM, like he was at the top. They can't promote you anymore. You have to retire. Omo, GM. So when he came in, I for one, in fact, when the fight in the MBBF was going on, he's the one that was coming in and the other one was going out, and he doesn't do dirty politics and all those things. He just wanted to win. And so the other guys, they have been in the system for a while. They're all doing kakos, kakos. I was just like, this guy is going to come in and clean up this place. Let's just get him there, because I mean, look at the experience that he has. It's not local now. For you to
no, it's going to be at that level.
Do you understand? Do you know what it means to be?
But you know what happens is that they bring in all these guys who come in with
from private sector,
and then they publicize them. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
When you get into something happens to them when they get into the public sector.
There's a spirit in the government.
Yes. Even when they run for like public offices, when it's not even by appointment, they just come in and they change.
I've often said this. You have to. I think there's a certain level of change you have to be. But I think when you get to the top, you shouldn't be that same way.
Really, you think so?
As in the president of.
Yeah, but he's not really at the top now, because he'll still be subject to the Ministry of Sport.
Look, this subject of owing allowances is at his desk. It's at his desk.
Really? Think so?
Yes, the one of not appreciating them to go and meet president and all of that. You can say that one has to do with the minister.
Oh, they didn't go and meet the president.
They didn't collect. Not the last time, not this time. They didn't acknowledge. They did nothing.
Oh, that's a shame.
Thank you. And the minister took the Olympic medalists to go there to go and meet the president. So again,
what if the president do not want to see them?
Even if the president doesn't want to see them, the presidency will see them, not the president himself. So the institution of the presidency will attend to them. So what I'm saying is, the important thing is that one may not be at his desk. It may be down to politics. Maybe the presidency didn't give Afrobasket money in the first place. I don't know what that talk is. I don't know how that talk went. So
maybe
I don't
the
want to talk
presidency
too
is
much.
not interested in basketball.
Maybe the presidency, no, but the government did announce that they were going to build a number of courts around Nigeria. Oh yes, they did. It was because they announced that they were going to do it. The Giants of Africa, Masai Ujiri said he was going to do his own, and he had started building his own. It's already built for in Lagos. Yes. So exactly, President of Toronto Raptors is already building in Lagos. I mean, he's a Niger boy, but he's already building in Lagos, and the government hasn't started.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Although there's business for him there, though.
Of course.
That can be his own academy.
Of course.
Harvesting.
Of course, but the bottom line, I always say is chop, I chop.
Yes,
Chop, I chop.
But he doesn't even chop, I chop like that, like in government. He's doing it. It's a business.
It's a business, yeah. So he's built his 4 courts,
right.
And he's going to build more.
Smooth 98.1, love music, love life. Oh gosh, we had such a good conversation off the air. around basketball and the behind the scenes shenanigans happening there. But this is still the Locker Room 981. If you're just tuning in, we have some great news or stories up for you. Charles Studios here says that exactly there's something in governance that is so contagious and it is not healthy. We're talking about how the private, someone from the private sector will take up a government appointment
and just
sports in this
change.
case, and just change. All the things, all the governance, compliance, all the things you learned in the private sector, international.
It flies out the window.
All right, okay. So Tega has promised that we're going to open the phone lines, and I'm looking forward to that. But let me take this story first, and then she'll tell us the rules of engagement. A biennial World Cup will not dilute the magic of the tournament, as its frequency would have no bearing on its quality and prestige, according to FIFA President Gianni Infantino. He said a World Cup with 48 teams from 2026 has already been decided. Whether it will take place every 2 years or 4 years, that is under consultation. Definitely believe in having more prestigious events, whether the World Cup or anything else, precisely because it is a magic tournament, is perhaps why it should happen more often.
Okay, I will say this to him, and he went on to say we have Super Bowl every year.
Yeah.
Why can't we have World Cup every year? And I'm going to break down why the World Cup every 2 years is not feasible. You see, the Super Bowl is one league, is one American football league, done on one continent, with the same set of players every season. So it's one tournament. They don't have UEFA Super Bowl. They don't have Carabao Cup Super Bowl. It's one league. They play regular season. After regular season, they have the playoffs. And after the playoffs, the final game between the two leaders of the two different conferences is the Super Bowl. That's it. There's no extra league. Now, with the World Cup, it's very different. It's multiple countries from multiple continents coming to play a tournament. Now, what that means is each continent already has its own competition. Now, in each continent, each country already has its own league.
Yep.
So there are too many competitions all over the place. So logistically, it's not feasible, because the people that are going to be playing, if I want to watch the World Cup, I don't want to watch the World Cup and see Tombolo from Iriakare on the pitch. I came to watch the World Cup so I can see the Thomas Mullers. I can see the Cristiano Ronaldos. Yeah. I can see the Erling Haaland play football. But what will happen if you have every 2 years is that player burnout and wear and tear will enter. Because they're still going to play for their league competitions. Yeah. Then they're going to play for their FA Cup competitions, because all of them have it. Then they're going to play Champions League. They're going to play UEFA is going to have its own tournament. CONCACAF is going to have its own tournament. CAF is going to have AFCON. Yeah. Yes, their Nations Cup. Before they will not come and play for World Cup. The same people. Is it robots? So, Gianni Infantino, for me, I think that the people that have really supported this World Cup every 2 years are people are continents that need money. They haven't developed their own football game. Yeah. So for the men, Africa is really supporting this 2 years competition. Why? Because CAF itself is never. CAF is the only money making. AFCON, men's AFCON is the only money making product that CAF has. AFCON, and even then, that money is not even made well enough. So what CAF needs to do is develop their own confederation, but they have not put in the work to do that. Laziness. They now want to, okay, this is going to be an extra source of revenue for us. Let's have it every 2 years. Now, the women's competition, the women's game has not yet been fully developed. And so, of course, they need money. And so if they do the FIFA World Cup every 2 years, that's another extra fund for them. So what we need to do, instead of looking for FIFA every 2 years, is develop the women's game from continental level. And if we do that, we won't need this extra money that is making them sell their birthright like Esau and Jacob now. That's what's happening. So the people that are really pushing for this are people that, or for two reasons. Their continents, their confederation does not have any money and does not have any money making power, and will not invest themselves into making their continents powerful. And the women's game that are not developed. Arsene Wenger just needs a job. If we give him a good job, Newcastle, please.
They're looking for him.
Newcastle, hear my prayer. Please give Arsene Wenger a job so that we move forward. But this way we open the phone lines. What are your thoughts? These are my own thoughts. So you shouldn't.
Some people are very sharing their thoughts on WhatsApp.
So these are my own thoughts. So what are your thoughts on having the World Cup? Let's not speak grammar. Of having the World Cup every 2 years. That's what they want to do. every 2 years. So
0809 4440981. That's WhatsApp. To call is 0144899981.
okay, the numbers to call again.
0144899981.
So call those numbers and tell us what you think about having the World Cup, the FIFA World Cup, every 2 years.
Ronson says, who's comparing Super Bowl to World Cup? I don't understand. I am flabbergasted and stunned. Highly incomparable. Chimobi Victor says, good morning. FIFA should leave all this, his suggestion, playing World Cup every 2 years. It's not feasible. He should go to YouTube and listen to Tega's analysis why it's not feasible. God bless Nigeria and long live Smooth. Thanks. Well, we have our first phone call. Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from? Please turn down the volume of your device. Morning. Oh, no, you haven't. I'm still echoing. So turn it down everywhere. Oh, I'm still echoing. Can you hear me now? Okay. You have something on. Anyway, go ahead, please. What's your name and where are you calling from? All right, Christopher. Go ahead, please.
Somebody comparing the Super Bowl to playing World Cup every 2 years. It's funny. So you just say the Super Bowl is like playing the Champions League every year. Okay, so you can't say we keep playing World Cup every 2 years.
Yeah.
It is bad.
Yeah.
It is very bad. I don't believe in that. As a Wenger should really get a job. Just like your guest in the studio said, Newcastle, please, Newcastle, hear her cry.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you, Christopher. Solomon says, Tega, don't you know when other countries are tired, Nigeria or an African country can come and go and win the World Cup
Have
final?
you?
Think about this. Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from? Morning. Is this Ronson? Hello, Ronson. How are you today? Go ahead, please.
The Super, I don't know who's comparing Super Bowl to World Cup. They are not the same. It's like comparing Ferrari to the 1980 Anyway, for me, making the World Cup a banana completion, I think it's too much. If you can listen to this guy, Thibaut Courtois, after that game, and they were even complaining of the third place match because in Europe competition, they are not third place matches. And they have to play third place match in the UEFA Nations League. And they think they are not robots. These people are just nicking them and making them doing things because they are not the one. They are the main actors. They are suffering it. That this shouldn't be done. So, for me, the idea of a biennial World Cup is not good at all.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Ronson. So let's go. YouTube people, you guys are just savage. Felix Adigwe says, biennial World Cup, I know Grio. Clement Okeoko says that he has started again. He thinks this is Arsenal. Hashtag
Wenger out.
You people still brought it to him here. Charles Chidozie says, whoever made that comparison between the Super Bowl and the World Cup shouldn't be in sports administration because they do not understand sport at all. Infantino? B says, Wenger needs a new job. He's obviously bored.
No, Infantino too needs the money. What are you people talking about? Because it's, and they were saying European Super League was the problem. So numbers to call again. You can keep those calls coming.
014489981.
So we'll take your calls, but we'll go to other stories.
All right. Offside calls will be automated by next year. Guess who's speaking? Wenger.
Wenger out.
Offside calls could be automated by 2022 when the World Cup will be held in Qatar. Arsene Wenger, director of the development of the World Soccer, the FIFA said on Tuesday.
Okay, so this is a huge one. Now, remember we had this conversation about the offside rule, and I was saying, should the offside rule be reviewed? A lot of people had some suggestions. Some people said the offside rule should stand, but it's obvious that that match had brought out a huge conversation about the offside rule. And so Arsene Wenger is now saying that they're developing a tool, maybe like the goal line technology, that will help the referees for offside. So immediately there's an offside player that the referee will get the signal and then the flag will be raised. So I don't know how that technology is going to work. The same way, I mean, I had an idea of how the goal line technology should work, but offside, how many lines do you want to put on the pitch?
Final call. Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from, please?
Yeah, I'm Mr. Patrick here.
All right, Mr. Patrick, go ahead, please.
Yeah, well, I hear you people saying that 2 years is ethic. And somebody was even saying Super Bowl something. Can I ask you a question?
Ask, please.
Super Bowl and football, which one is harder? Physicality. I am saying that the footballers, what is their work? You are at work now. Are you not working every day?
But I'm not running around the pitch for 90 minutes and
Okay,
exercising.
first
You
of
are
all,
talking every day.
no, I'm talking from Monday to Friday. Saturday and Sunday I rest.
And that is what they are doing. They don't play football from Monday to.
But they
But they do.
They train.
They
They
train.
practice. In practice, they practice. Do you know what? Maybe you never played football before. If you have played football before, you will never even allow a day to pass. So let me tell you, anybody that is complaining is because he's losing.
all right. Thank you.
It's okay.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Patrick.
Players, they play World Cup only once or twice because the years are too far apart.
Fair enough. Thank you, Mr. Patrick.
No, he's making a point. Fair
yeah,
enough.
that's what I said. Fair enough. Thank
Fair
you.
enough.
Fair enough. And I'm actually glad that
Let's
we have
just take one
someone
more call.
who is thinking differently.
Yeah.
Yes, it's good. Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from, please? Once you have 20 seconds.
In fact, ready, so you don't have any second, you've called again.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So I don't know how this new offside technology will work.
Yeah.
But he's saying it's something that they are looking at. So we wait to see. This one, as a Wenger, has gone to do work in FIFA. We are going to hear way.
All right, nice one. Unfortunately, we can't take any more comments, but YouTube fam, you can see it. So I'm sure people are reading and you can respond on there. Thanks, Akinade Soji, and of course, Chimobi Victor for your comments. We need to go now. And thank you, Tega. Tega is at LIS International for the work she does with ladies in sports, and you understand why now, following our first story. And of course, Tega Supreme on all other social media platforms. Thanks for listening. We are at Smooth981 on Instagram. Follow me at Ayomairo Essay.
Sporting world. Because the game never changes.